thought Marvel's opening logo made you dizzy. Let's get a still image of the city this movie takes place in instead of taking a camera out and actually taking video. Movie goes back and forth between there being snow and then barely having any in a matter of seconds. This movie is supposed to take place in the late 50s, so why are there vehicles from the late 2000s? This line was kept in. There is no way he's balancing on that bridge, even if it wasn't a green screen. Shot goes from Powerhouse charging his lightning, but then cuts to a shot where his hand is in a completely different position.
And the crushing financial burden of an ever-mounting
Exposition via newscast cliche. Matt doesn't take a book bag or anything to school. Sky goes from cloudy to a sunset in between shots. Why was Ford out here in the first place? Was it so he can drink his empty mug in the fresh air?
Yeah, I'm short for being 30.
A poor excuse for casting a guy the same age as Eric Miller, but passing him off as a short 30-year-old instead. Empty parking lot during school hours. This movie is supposed to take place in the fall, but this classroom has a Christmas tree. Matt is the only one in the classroom.
What the?
So you're telling me that Matt is just now redeveloping his powers? How does that work? Are superpowers mental in this universe? How does erasing memory translate to temporarily losing your superpower?
Hey, who's this kid?
Obligatory nerdy sidekick cliche. Well, I was going to ask one of the girls to do it with me. I can't afford that. At least these actors are self-aware enough to admit that they will never achieve this in real life either. Why isn't Tortoise wearing a prison uniform? So people are able to just walk into prison cells instead of meeting in a designated visiting room? These guards make the same movement several times. My
name is Agent Smith.
Haha, you're hilarious. The reflection in Smith's sunglasses do not reflect the prison cell.
Our interests are in you and your abilities.
It's been 6 months and only now is the government visiting this tech genius for help?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Here's the $20 I already promoted my lot.
Useless scene in a 25-minute short film is useless.
Too bad they had to banish him like the others.
Where do you think he is?
He could be among our school at this moment. After all, he is a teenage hero.
Obvious forced exposition of the main character.
Could you hold this?
Matt has a D battery just lying around.
You're telling me that doesn't look anything close to you?
You really expect me to believe that only now does Matt and Jeff realize that he kind of looks like this superhero? Or other onlookers for that matter? Why does he have Powerhouse's stupid jacket in his closet? And why has he not thought of this before? And why didn't the government take it away so he couldn't find out? These props.
How long is it going to take you to finish this suit?
2 weeks. Tops.
Based on the acoustic difference in their voices, I'm guessing they're in different rooms. He's clearly not looking at his lines.
Okay, here. Touch this plug. Try to control the electricity.
But if it isn't plugged into anything, you can tell because of the three-pronged side he's holding, what good would that do? This real library. But will that be enough?
Probably not. You'll need more.
Because changing the polyester jacket really makes a difference. This window effect. The end of the lightning doesn't even line up with his fingers.
We should probably work on how to control your powers now.
You think? I lost track of how many times the 180 rule has been broken.
Alright, if you're caught, I will take action. Understood?
Psst. He's the bad guy. Can you tell?
Hero work is illegal now, thanks to Mr. I.
So this thing is in the Incredibles universe. If it wasn't for the Mr. I reference, I wouldn't have cared. And I still don't. In this time period, people did not use phones like this. Even in a blackout, streetlights are somehow still able to function. Okay, there is so much useless CGI in this that the director has officially become George Lucas. Everyone owns the same phone. Science lab that is clearly a chemistry classroom.
Agent Smith couldn't be here today. But, I'm filling in.
I'd be able to hear this conversation perfectly if it wasn't for that noisy turtle tank. Who are these people?
Your services are no longer required.
Movie attempts to pull a twist on the audience, replacing the villain with an infinitely less interesting one. Also, Ford immediately knows how to operate the suit. Why show up in your costume? Oh yeah, because then we would have barely any superheroing in this movie.
Or was it going too fast for you 6 months ago?
Tortoise. There is no reason he should know who that is. If his memory of being a hero was erased, surely his memory of the tortoise would too. Jeff flat out disappears into another dimension. That totally real punch.
Well, what a better plan than to not make them remember at all.
Yeah, but they would still have their powers. Wiping their memories is a good idea in theory, but unless you find a way to take away their powers as well, it's a pretty stupid plan. This should have killed him. Stop looking into the camera.
The tortoise suit was supposed to be for military use.
If it was for military use, what was to stop the soldiers from just going rogue and using their abilities to slow down time to their own advantage?
Are you going to erase our memories again?
Not if you play your cards right.
So it's the agency's job to do the mind wiping. So why was Ford acting like that was all his plan when the mind wiping is just protocol?